Hello, welcome in to Cleo Ra. I hope you're all doing really well. I've had a message from the divine to look into someone's situation regarding their soul group or, their group of close people that they're yet to meet. So, maybe something's in the works, or maybe you have met these people, but I feel like something is yet to be established. That's a better way of putting it, okay? So, we're going to look into it because this is a really important message, and it's quite late here, but I had to get this out. So we're going to see what's going on here. Okay, we've got the King of Cups. All right, so straight away I'm getting that you're someone who likes a lot of emotional equilibrium. Maybe you like a lot of time to yourself. Maybe, you have certain ways of regulating your emotions or processing your emotions, or, you like having your own space to be in, to feel your way through things. And maybe you have certain things and certain things you do to sort of calm yourself or to make sure that you are steady in your heart space and that you are feeling good. That's what I'm getting with this King of Cups. So Scorpio energy, fixed emotion. And we have the Four of Swords here. So yeah, this confirms to me that you're someone who looks after yourself really well emotionally. And, I feel like you've got tactics and ways that you do this, all right, to keep yourself on a nice even keel and to keep yourself feeling good and maybe to prevent yourself from spilling over in your social life in ways you don't want. Maybe in your life you've had a bit of PTSD. Maybe you've had things you've gone through, traumatic things you've gone through, that sort of make you need to kind of think a lot about keeping yourself calm or giving yourself what you need emotionally. Lots of rest I'm getting here. You need a lot of free time and a lot of rest. We do have the Magician as well though, okay, which is a very powerful card. I feel like you're someone who really likes creating your own reality, and I feel like you're quite a go-getter. I feel like you've got a very powerful aura. Okay, so, on the pre-shuffle, I got cards letting me know that something big is coming in that you've conjured up with a very strong force of will, a very strong intent. All right, so this is telling me that the universe has taken your order, the universe has listened to you, the universe has picked up, your ticket, and something's on the way to you here. But I do feel like you're someone who's used to being in your own space, and you have methods and ways of handling your own inner world. And I feel like that's very important to you. But, in terms of what's coming in from outside of you, the outside world, you're coming up with wish fulfillment here. 9 of Cups energy. All right. So we've got Gemini here, and we've got Pisces. Wow. So this is something you've worked really hard at. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying the signs today. Libra as well with the Four of Swords. So, this is all about you sort of keeping your emotions steady while something, comes in that's really big for you. And I feel like it's something you really want. We do have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, though, which tells me that you're someone who likes to be in charge of their own reality. And maybe in the past, when you've dealt with people, it's kind of made you feel like you've kind of lost yourself a little bit. I'm hearing gone swimming, so I don't know what that means. Maybe, when you're in solitude or when you have control over your world, and, maybe when you're not too close to other people, your life seems to go a lot more smoothly. And then as soon as you socialize, it feels like you've kind of left the land behind and, like you've gone into new waters, because this King of Cups, he's sat here so stable, but if he jumps into those waters, is he the King of Cups anymore? I'm not sure. Or is he just another swimmer? Maybe socializing makes you feel a little bit, maybe not overwhelmed, but maybe kind of like you pick up on other people's energy, because of course the King of Cups is a psychic, spiritual king, the king of, devotion, but the cups are all about spiritual pathway energies, the royal family of the spirit, essentially. So I feel like you're so good at keeping your spirit where you want it to be when it's you and you're not too invested in your relationships. Like maybe when you're not in a close relationship, you just feel so good. And I feel like maybe you're a little bit worried that if new people come in or a new person comes in, but I do feel like this is a group event with the 9 of Cups, being Nine Cups, right? I feel like if new people come in, you're kind of worried that things from the past may repeat themselves, or that you may lose the authority you have over your own life. Because I am getting that you're very, very psychic and that you feel into people a lot. And I feel like there's a part of you that likes to get lost in other people's souls. But at the same time, you want to be able to maintain a kind of solidity, a rock solid solidity. And I feel like you've been relying on yourself for a long time, okay? And we do have this rock solid base that the King of Cups has, but also, there's a lot of stone here, right? And maybe in a way you're worried that maybe a part of you has turned to stone. Maybe you haven't been too socially active to protect yourself or just to do your spiritual work. And there's something about this state of being that you're in right now that is so important to you that you can maintain it. But also, meet maybe not like-minded souls even, but meet people who can appreciate that. Oh, it could be like-minded souls. I don't mean people who have your interest completely, I don't mean people who have completely similar interests. I mean, it's like you want like-minded people who you can join up with, but then also have your space. That's what I'm getting here. We do have the Four of Pentacles. So maybe in the past you've held a lot of yourself back in your social, commitments. I'm getting commitments here. So maybe socializing for you has felt more of a responsibility or a commitment, or what's that word? Obligation. I feel like maybe socializing for you has felt more like an obligation, and maybe you got to a point in your life where you thought to yourself, you know what, I'm in charge of my life. I have my own unique spiritual pathway, and I'm not actually obligated to deal with anyone. I've got free will and I can do my life exactly how I want it. The Emperor with the Fool card. Yeah. So there's a dichotomy here where you've got this beautiful free spirit, but you also want to have this beautiful authority. I'm getting multi-dimensional with you. So there's a side of you that likes solitude, and then there's a side of you that loves to play and swim in other people's energies and blend with them. But then you want to be able to come back to this rock solid base and find yourself again. Okay, I feel like you're a bit worried about losing yourself in the energy of others, but at the same time there's this part of you that's really curious, really outgoing, and I feel like you're ready for new frontiers, and I feel like you're really hoping that there's people out there who can match your kind of level of intellect, your mindset, and your spiritual values. Because I feel like maybe you're quite traditional in some ways and then really curious and open in other ways. There's a real dichotomy and an oppositional force to your soul. Like, I feel like I'm dealing with someone who can't really explain themselves, because on the one side you're childlike and you like to play and do new things, but on the other side maybe people have found you confusing before, because I feel like you're quite, maybe not traditional in a conventional sense, but set in your ways and what suits you. And maybe this confuses you sometimes. We've got the root chakra here, and we've got the new stage here. And what I'm getting straight away from this is that this next phase you're going into, because you've conjured it so beautifully, and because you know yourself so well, and because you know your higher self so well, it's going to be different this time. So I can feel someone out there breathing a sigh of relief, because you're going to stay rooted. Okay, the new people coming in, and I'm getting this as soul group, often called soulmates or whatever. This is your spiritual family, okay, that you're going to be connecting with. And it's going to be a whole new stage here. And I feel like, maybe in hermit mode, or maybe during this chapter in your life that you're nearly at the end of, right? You're nearly getting to this new chapter here. You've learned a lot about yourself. And I can feel someone getting fearful out there, because I'm saying it's nearly the end of the old chapter and the beginning of the new one. You're taking all of your solidity with you into this new chapter, so you can relax, okay? You can have everything you want, is what I'm getting here. You've built such a solid foundation in your soul that the things that happened before literally cannot happen again, because you've changed, okay? So the frequency you're on now is so new and so different. And you've put in such a great amount of work into yourself and into knowing yourself. You've put down roots. You've put down spiritual roots that are so strong and so beautiful that the people, and I am getting that you're inviting these people in, okay, spiritually. The people you're inviting in now are going to understand that perfectly and have really similar habits. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. So I don't know if that means something to somebody. Maybe you've had a hard time speaking up for yourself in the past. Maybe you've had a hard time in the past sort of speaking up for yourself, or finding the right words to assert yourself. I don't feel like you find it hard to assert yourself at all, but it's finding the right phrases and the right way of explaining to people how you feel and who you are that I feel like you've had difficulty with before. It's like, listen, I'm confident. I can say what I think easy enough, but saying things in a way that people will actually understand, that's a different story altogether. And I feel like now, because you're coming along a path of soul group, because you've shifted from, the old pathway to this new higher pathway, a higher spiritual pathway, I feel like the people you're going to be dealing with, they're going to feel into you more so. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have to explain certain things and tell these people about yourself, but they're going to feel their way mostly, okay? You're not going to be thinking, oh, how am I going to explain this? And maybe getting frustrated with people misunderstanding you, because I feel like maybe in the past you've dealt with narcissists who purposely pretend they can't understand you when they do understand you. They know full well. So Spirit's getting this across quite heavily. Those people in the past were gaslighting you. They did understand you. They were just pretending they didn't to frustrate you. Okay, I'm getting thwart. They tried to sabotage your journey. They tried to mess you up. They tried to mess up your inner world, so that maybe they could put you off this beautiful divine reality, that you're moving into now. And I feel like you've held the faith and held the faith. Show me some more. Beautiful new stage, 4 of Pentacles. And I feel like you're dealing with people who don't want to really maybe share everything about themselves either. Maybe before you were around people who were quite demanding of you. They felt like they were the leading character in life itself, real sense of self-importance I'm getting through here. And I feel like through going through that, you learn, well, actually, I'm important too. And the way I want to live is important. And just because these people think they're so important, I feel like eventually you got sick of their self-importance and thought, I'm important, I matter. But I feel like that was through a period of rest, relaxation, doing your spiritual work, maybe watching loads of YouTube videos and finding out new information about life and about the quantum field. For someone out there, I'm getting that you're really into, energy and metaphysics and things like that. And I feel like that's part of what's worrying you about maybe meeting new people or doing things. Maybe you feel like you've come so far down the road now that people won't understand you. And I'm getting that these new people coming in, they will understand you. And we've got the humor card here. So there's a lot of good humor involved in this new scenario that you're moving into. And the memo I got before I started doing this video was that there is someone in your soul group that's really trying to get a psychic message across to you. Now, I don't know if this is someone you've already met or not. Yeah, we've got hidden knowledge on the bottom of the deck. I don't know if you've met these people or not, but it's almost like the people you're wishing to meet are wishing to meet you too. Whether they know who you are or not, they sense you. They sense your soul and they sense you coming into their life, all right? So it's like what you are seeking is seeking you. Yeah, someone that you're going to be connecting with in the future is trying to send you a message to say, they're having a really hard time. Okay, so they're craving someone just like you in their life. 9 of Swords energy here with the Chariot. So this is another very unique soul who's done a lot of spiritual work and they feel misunderstood. I'm getting the word kooky coming in, K-O-O-K-Y. All right, they want me to get that through and spell it. Because, I feel like the doubt you're feeling or this sense of maybe wanting to stay in isolation or maybe, stay in the mold you're in, I feel like one of your soul group members is feeling this from a distance. And I feel like they're kind of imploring you, please, I need you, and, I'm not like the other people in your past. And, I feel like they're quite isolated in a way. So maybe it could be that you're meeting one soul group member and then more will come along. I definitely feel like more will come along in the future. But there's one person here who really, needs you to know that you're a pivotal part of their journey. Because we've got the Chariot card here as well. So you made a soul contract with this person to meet them at a certain time in a certain place in a certain way. And I feel like they're feeling your thoughts more than you realize. All right. And it's making them feel a little bit of despair because I feel like they've already got a lot going on in their life. And it's almost like, they're running out of a crumbling building, spiritually speaking, not literally, but it's almost like maybe they're leaving their life behind quite quickly and they're banking on you being there at a set point in time, in a set way. You know, they're banking on your magnetism meeting in the middle in quite a serious way. But again, this person doesn't want to pressure you, but they've known you in other lives. And, you know, I feel like they know what you're like. And I feel like you two are really psychically close. And I feel like you're going to find that you listen to a lot of the same songs. And on reflection, you're going to realize that a lot of the energies you were feeling, maybe in solitude or hermit mode, this person was actually sending you those energies, okay? We've got the Knight of Swords here. So again, this soul group member of yours is moving very quickly towards their predestined meetup point. The meetup point that both of you decided on. So what Spirit is saying here is go with the flow of things and allow yourself to be in the energy of the Fool here, because you've got this beautiful new chapter coming, okay? And the negative energy was spooky in your past, okay? And it was almost like people were celebrating the fact that they were confusing you, or celebrating the fact that something they were doing was bothering you. All right. But this is different. You had to go through that kind of gauntlet to develop this beautiful sense of inner peace and inner knowing that you've got now. But now this is a whole new chapter. And Spirit is saying, please don't let those old narcissists taint your view of the future, because they would love to think they were doing that. All right. Someone's headed towards you. You're going to have so many laughs together. It's going to be really funny, I'm getting. Okay. And I do feel like the person I'm picking up on here has really had it hard too. And they like things to be like lighthearted. And, you know, I don't feel like they're so concerned with maintaining authority in their lives, but they're so easygoing. I feel like this really nice, easygoing energy, and they just want to get to a kindred spirit. They want to get back to their friend. They really want to be connecting with a soul who makes them feel normal, because I feel like their life's been a bit nightmarish to the point where they just appreciate a friendly face, you know. And, you know, I feel like they like a lot of time to themselves. There's no way they're going to smother you or do anything that's going to bother you, all right? And, you know, they're not a codependent, but they are relying on your spiritual bond more than you think. I feel like you listen to certain music and this person's energy pops in. Maybe you just feel like it's your energy, but actually you two, your souls blend really, really well. Show me. Page of Cups. There we go. This person's very cute and very idealistic. Okay. But I do feel like, you know, you're going to help them get to the next phase in their life. And your souls really did kind of agree on this and decide on this. So we've got King of Wands here with a King of Cups. Male or female, doesn't matter. Okay, this is about the energy of ruling your own life. So right now, I feel like your person's escaping something bad in their life. Not that they want to drag you down with that energy. They just want to get out of Dodge. They want to get the hell out of Dodge. They want to leave a tumultuous situation behind, something that's not good for them. They've learned everything they can learn there, and they're burdened here. They're at the end of a pathway, and they're not burdened in a way that's going to, you know, affect you in terms of them wanting to, you know, put all this responsibility on you to ease this burden. But I feel like it's just this isolation thing for them. There's no one like them around them. So they're just looking for a friend, man, who's like on their wavelength, okay? 5 of Wands here. Yeah, lots of conflict. The Devil, 7 of Wands. So yeah, your soul group friend, okay? And that could turn into something romantic, or it could not. Only you will know that in your heart. But we do have the Page of Cups here. They're looking for that light-hearted, easy soul connection. You know the way we think things are going to be when we're young, before everything gets crazy? Yeah, they just need to feel your energy is there for them. So maybe send them out a little psychic memo and be like, "Caw, I'm here," kind of thing, because they're feeling your doubt, right? Maybe you've met someone recently and you're not sure whether to see them again or deal with them again. But Spirit's saying, you know, if you've had an instinct this person is soul group, don't be flinching away just because of people in the past, okay? Because this person needs you in their life. They're going to be a really good friend to you. Yeah, and they can feel that you're wanting to maybe cut ties, or that maybe you were going to go off and do something different. Maybe you had a strong instinct to follow a pathway, and maybe sometimes you feel like just bailing out and just going and doing something else, maybe going abroad or something like that. Spirit's saying, you've got a soul contract here, okay? And together, the knowledge you two have gathered separately is going to be so valuable for both of your progression, but also for the frequency of the world. This is about cause and effect. All right. So just because you're having a bad day, Spirit's saying, it doesn't mean that you should sort of run away from everything. Because maybe you've been thinking about running away from something or doing something completely out of character, and Spirit saying, well, you do have this soul contract and it could be, you know, a bit catastrophic if you don't fulfill it. All right. And again, this psychic bond is so powerful and so strong. You can't cut ties with a soul group member, whether you've met them or not, you know. And maybe you've even been feeling a little bit stressed because you're picking up on, you know, this friend's energy. I'm getting best friends. You've been really best friends in another life. We've got star power here. Okay, so your presence is far more valuable than you realize, and you make a difference in people's lives when you're there. All right, and you're going to make a big difference in your soul group's life in the most beautiful way. A gorgeous new stage. We've got many choices here. So you've been weighing and measuring your options, and I feel like a part of you has been wanting to put something down and pick something else up or do something totally differently. But Spirit's saying, follow your heart here. All right, because there are people who need you. This person in particular, you know, they're feeling weighed down, all right, with the people they're surrounded by. And maybe they play it cool. Maybe you've met someone recently who plays it really cool. But, you know, you are their protection. I thought you've been best friends before, and they need their best friend back again. And again, this won't affect your independent authority. And maybe you'll be the leader in this gang, okay? And maybe that'll feel different compared to a situation you've been in before that was the total opposite. But I feel like people need your strong presence. Your presence is stronger than you realize. You've got this star power and you're really protective, I feel like, when you're given the chance to be. And this new situation is unfolding, okay? So you're going to get to know yourself on a whole new level in this beautiful, preordained, predestined soul group connection. It's so beautiful here, and you're going to have so many laughs, okay? But maybe someone doesn't want to burden anyone. I feel like this person you're psychically connected to, they don't want to burden anyone. You know, they can be quite meek and quite withdrawn themselves. So they're never going to say, please protect me. But this is a natural unfolding that's going to happen where you're going to slot into each other's lives in a beautiful way. Lots of unspoken things here, because I feel like you're going to handle yourselves more in humor. And a lot of friendship is the things we don't say as well as the things we do say. This person doesn't mention their burdens an awful lot, but they're a feeler. They will feel your energy really, really strongly in this connection. And we've got innovation here, which matches our King of Wands. So I feel like you're going to move mountains together. I feel like you're going to do great things together. And with you and your beautiful, strong foundation and your beautiful inner world, that gorgeous spiritual... that spiritual inner world you've developed, I feel like it's going to go beautifully. This is a whole new frontier. Yeah, your friend's in a prickly situation, and they're not the sort of person who tells people things that are going on. They don't want to be a burden to anyone, but they are your good luck charm. Okay, we've got outside forces, so there's luck involved in this because the divine wants you to connect with your soul group, your personal spiritual family so badly that they're going to show you signs, all right? They're going to show you signs to get you to the beginning of this lovely, beautiful situation. We've got magic here and movement on the bottom. So this is about you getting to where you belong, okay? And getting in where you fit in and feeling perfectly, I'm getting adept, all right? So you're going to feel so capable in this situation. Things are going to flow so beautifully, and Spirit is giving you signs, ancestral nudges I'm getting, okay? So you're going to be getting nudged in the right direction so you can be here for your best friend. So you can be there for your best friend who you've been connected to through many, many lifetimes, okay? So this will be like a wish come through. A wish come through? Why am I saying that? A wish come true for you, all right? Power position. So you're the leader in this, okay? So no worrying that, you know, you're going to get lost in other people's energies. These are the energies you're supposed to be clicking in with, all right? And you're the leader now. So I really hope this reading's helped. Sending you a big hug. Love you loads. Mwah.